Today, we're getting active.
You ready for it?
Let's do it.
We're ready for everybody else? Cheer. What?
All right, Gene, I'm ready to bail you out. I got my bail money. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready.
no.
Just tell me, a body wasn't involved.
No. Okay, well, first of all, we're not in jail this time.
All right.
We're not
All
in
right.
jail.
All right.
We're actually, this is so super cool, you guys. We're going to the Coachella Valley Intelligence Center. I may have their name wrong. It's called CVRTIC, which is just, they brought high tech to Palm Springs, man.
Okay. It's very sci-fi.
It's very, no, and you're a gamer sometimes,
I
right?
like technology.
I mean, this is probably one of the segments I'm most excited about this year. So
there's drones, right?
There's drones. There's
All
drones,
right.
and
Do we get to play with the drones?
you know, maybe if you're nice.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm asking, okay?
All right, so let's check it out.
All right,
This
let's
is
check
gonna
it
be a
out.
cool episode.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you.
Hutch had a vision. We had a grant, and we had all this money set aside to give the businesses money to tape their windows so people couldn't break them out, to put cameras in. And everybody's like, "Yeah, we don't want that." But we're giving this to you for free.
Yep.
Okay.
We don't want it. Well, okay. So shift to a different thing. And Hutch said, "Hey, Chief, what do you think about a real-time crime center?" I said, "I don't know. It's just technology stuff. Yeah, it's
Are you still on MySpace or something?
yeah."
Just checking.
Yeah. And so, long story short, because of Hutch,
Okay.
he said we really need to build it, and I think it can have a good impact on crime. I said, all right, Hutch, stick your big toe in the water, find out what happens. Well, the guy sandbagged me. All of a sudden, I wake up one day and we've got all this. The only thing he wanted that we didn't approve was he wanted a yellow brick road coming to Oz here.
I mean, the
pretty
indigo
close.
blue lights it makes the whole thing. Otherwise, it would be like, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. And then, and so Hutch has put this all together, he and Frank Garino, and now literally everybody and their brother in Southern California wants to come in here and take a look at this because it is state of the art.
That's amazing.
And wait till you see the capabilities. And of course, we've built protections in place for civil liberties and privacy.
Sure.
And he's done such an amazing job. I can't praise him enough for all of his vision against my blurred vision.
So what is some of the things that some changes you guys seen as far as response times and just?
Well, I can give you anecdotal story after anecdotal story, but what we're trying to do is now capture the bigger data. And
Right.
Frank was just telling me we've recovered over $500,000 worth of stolen property because of this so far. And that's the kind of impact this can have.
Okay.
So one is there was a murder in India, and they put out the description of the car. We have people sitting in the Arctic here. They immediately run the description of the car on our flock cameras. Bingo, the car's coming in westbound on Ramon. They launch 2 drones, get up over the car as patrol cars are now from all over the city are closing in on this location with cars. And as the drones overhead, they see the people in the car hand a bag to those outside the car and then take off. 2 officers stop that guy, both murder weapons. We would not have gotten those murder
That's
weapons
amazing.
without the drone overhead watching it. And then it turns into pursuit. It goes into Desert Hot Springs, which we pulled out of. But the drone, sitting on Vista Chino, zooms in and watches the pursuit in Desert Hot Springs.
Wow.
Wow.
And they were able to get the guys in custody, you know, all in one day. And the difference it makes is this: if you've got two guys that are hot, that just killed somebody down in Indio, you know, they're on a roll. So we want to get them out of the street as quickly as possible before they do more damage to other people. And we also get, the quicker you get them in custody, you don't have the tit for tat. You know, hey, you shot our guy, we're gonna go shoot your guy. So, you know, that's just one story. We had a guy choking a woman to death, trying to choke her to death out in the desert.
Wow.
And she somehow got a hold of 911. It was the middle of the night. We couldn't, we found her, but we couldn't find him. They launched a drone. Drones have infrared, and I think it was the morning time when the drone got out there. Gets right on top of the guy. He looks up, sees the drone, gives up, comes out. We arrest him for attempted murder on a woman, you know, getting choked. Another one is we have some kids in the far north end of town with a rifle and a scope on it in one of our city parks. Well, we've got guys around the corner with ballistic helmets, shields, getting the Bearcat out there, because we don't want an active shooter in one of our parks. So William is at home, he hears the call, they called him, he launches a drone from his house via an app.
Wait.
Yeah. He's
Officer Hutchinson did?
Yeah, off duty, at home, sitting there in his chonies, you know.
A little bit more.
He was covered.
He had his badge on. He had his badge on.
But always ready.
Yes.
Okay.
And it launches a drone from home, gets up overhead so he can report to the guys in the field what he's seeing, what kind of rifle, how many people, are there more guns? And the kid puts the rifle on the ground, takes the stock, and starts pumping it. He immediately calls the guys, hey, it's a BB gun. And so rather than us going in with rifles out and, you know, making this a hot incident, a couple patrol guys went and said, hey guys, is this really the best thing we can do? You know, in a park with a BB gun with a scope on it.
But how easily that could have gone wrong?
Yeah.
Just like toy guns,
Well,
right?
look at what happened in Cleveland. A kid with a BB gun in a park gets killed by the police.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And this was, you know, this is exactly why we're doing this now.
Let's see it.
More than ready. Let's do it.
All right, so this is our room. We have 6 workstations in this space here. We've got multiple roles of people. So what we have is we have what we call an operator, a specialist, and a drone first responder pilot, and an analyst. So those are the positions that are actually working in this space. The operator, their job is to get good at the cameras, to find things, right? Whether they're doing a virtual patrol of a hotspot in an area, whether a hot call is coming out and we've got a camera in the area, whether they're looking for a hazard in the roadway, get good at that. So look at the cameras, know your location, understand what you're looking at, and be able to communicate that effectively to the responding personnel, the public safety personnel.
Question for you.
Yeah.
I come in, I mean, how do you start your day? You base it on a call coming in, or there's particular areas that are problem areas? Like,
Yeah, so that's the way that we're starting to work that out, is that's planned week by week, right?
Okay.
What's going on? Our analyst is giving us, what did the last week will look like? What trends are we seeing?
So that's where the analyst comes
So
in.
your analyst comes in.
Okay.
They're looking at this. Who's out recently out of prison? Do we have any new MOs? Are we seeing a hot spot for burglaries? Are we seeing a hot spot for pool pump thefts? Are we seeing a hot spot for what type of crime? What's going on? What do the bulletins look like from the surrounding cities? Do we recognize any of those people?
Okay.
Are any of our bulletins matching up with similars in the area? Are we looking at a crew that's from out of the area, right, on organized retail theft? That's the job of the analyst, right?
Okay.
To start looking at that data.
Let's see some of these
Yeah,
drones.
show us some of the technology.
Sure. So what you're seeing here is, on the right, you're seeing what we call our Flock Condor live CCTV cameras. All right, and so I have about 50 intersections currently covered that show me all 4 directions of each intersection. And then I also have a pan tilt zoom with PTZ and all those intersections, right? That is a high quality, it's really good. And we can show some of that off in just a minute. one of my drone operators is launching a drone now.
Okay.
So if you see over here, this is on top of the convention center. But I want you to look at the clarity, the latency. Okay, he's on top of the convention center. Why don't you go ahead and zoom in to the freeway from there? I want to show you the ability to what we can do to just see the vehicles on the freeway. Can you go left a little bit there? And then just zoom into those. There you go. I can see a full description of a vehicle on the freeway from the top of the convention center, right? From this location. And I can, now, it's not super clear, but that's not the point of this, because I'm not trying to get that far of a distance with this drone. But I can see that far enough to get assets out there if I needed to. You can just scroll back in.
Maybe we should check my house.
Right?
No, we're not.
Yeah. But when you start zooming back in and you realize just how far that freeway is for that drone and those capabilities, you know,
That's amazing.
We do.
Wow.
Why don't you go over downtown and kind of fly through there and show some of that clarity and that capability. Part of where we station our drones in the purpose of is response area. So think like, I want to get on a call in under a minute in about a mile, right? I could go further than that, but then my response times start creeping up.
What technical? What is the speed of the drone that you're able to go?
Well, the max I can go on these is about 33 miles an hour.
Okay.
Right, but I can fly them autonomously. I can set a parameter. I can point and click and go here, and when you get there, just orbit. And we just sit back and watch it go. So a couple things I want to show you in this screen. Now, off to the right, this is our radar system, and this is where we're seeing the aircraft throughout the city.
Okay.
And that's so we avoid flying into aircraft while we're flying.
Within the airspace.
How close can you get? I mean, there's communities right up against the airport.
Yeah, so we geo-fence the airport, so but we can get right up to the edge of it, right? But we do not get to the takeoff and approach areas.
Okay.
We have to go way around that.
Okay.
Right. So right here, what he's doing in his field of view, he can fly and he can see 3D overlays of the street names.
Wow.
We're also currently working to put in alerts and calls, so they'll pop up almost like a
signal.
red signal
Oh,
that's
wow.
popping like a light, so he can just point and click and go to it. But this helps the pilot see where the street is, so he can tell, and he's got the compass at the bottom. So he can say, hey, your suspect's running southbound on Palm Canyon, you know, approaching, Amato, right, or La Plaza, because that's Tahquitz that he's coming up to there. But he can see all this. Now, if he goes higher and points it down a little bit more, you can see how he's coming over it, and you can see the street names there.
Sure.
So this really helps that situational awareness for the pilot, so he knows to tell the officers where that person or that object is that we're looking for.
Reaching max altitude.
So then does a call come into the call center first?
Let's say it's a 911 call. It's
Okay.
going into our dispatch center in there,
Okay.
but we're hearing it in here.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
So we'll hear those calls come in live. And if one of these operators, like he has a call coming in right now that he's playing, it's playing on our overhead speakers, and you see the call come up on the screen, and it actually pinpoints that little purple dot right there is pinpointing where the caller is actually calling from. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
So we're able to see that, we're able to hear that, we're able to determine, is that a call that we need to go to right now? It could be just a medical aid, it could be something minor.
So on a cell phone, if I'm on a cell phone in the street, you can still pinpoint.
I know exactly where you're standing, and if you start walking or you start moving, I'll know where you're at because it starts moving with
That's
you.
why I need a burner phone.
Right?
Burner phone.
And that's important because let's say you're trying to report that you were kidnapped and you're in a trunk of a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We need to know, okay, that person's moving pretty
Everybody
quick
has cell phones.
and they're
With the
going in
Amber
that
Alerts
direction.
and everything
Right.
else that goes on.
Right, and so that's the importance of being able to do that. You highlight one of the cameras in the intersection, just show how quickly on the map you can grab those. So he can go to an intersection, grab them, open them up in the map instantaneously, and start getting videos right in the map.
So the cameras at the intersections, I've assumed that when I'm speeding through, you guys are trying to catch a glimpse of my license plate to send a ticket. But you're saying that those cameras are not even used for that.
That's correct. No,
Okay.
we don't use them for that purpose. That's a whole different program. Cathedral City actually had a red light program that did that. Not a
But
speed
we don't have
enforcement,
it.
but we don't have it in
Yeah.
the city of Palm
Yes,
Springs.
Leadfoot.
Now I'll tell you, the state of California
They'll catch
just announced speed cameras on freeways
Okay.
that are coming, and so we all might want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But the
Right?
cameras out there, I mean, this is great information. Those are actually for everybody's safety,
They
not
are.
to catch them at speeding or those sort of.
Hours, correct.
Yeah.
Hours are absolutely
Okay,
now.
great.
We're not looking at enforcement. We're not looking at sending you a ticket. We're not looking for any of that. This is, can we detect a hazard? Are you in a crash? Can we provide that information to the investigators in the field?
Yeah.
Did you commit a crime? Right. That's what this is. The whole purpose of this is for. Keep the public safe, keep the situation safe, and provide really good actionable intelligence for the officers and the firefighters and EMS personnel that are responding to a scene. That's what we're trying to accomplish here,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Now, if it's a homicide suspect, we're going to stay with that person that's doing 80 and 100 miles an hour, right? We have to. This is a very dangerous individual, right? Or they shot at somebody, or they shot at us. And those type of people need to be apprehended. Well, drones help us give the officers in that pursuit situation, hey, you're coming up to a busy intersection with school buses and children in that intersection, we need to back off.
Okay.
We'll stay with the car. We'll let that car run to the end, and then we will tell you where it ended up parked and where they ran, and then we'll guide you to them, right? So there's a lot of things that we can do with this to keep the officers and the public safe.
All right, so we are here with Officer Crocker. Can I call you Officer Josh?
You call me Josh. That's
All
great.
right,
That's great.
perfect. So we've heard a lot about what you're doing here in the community, but also we want to know more about you and what's the day-to-day look like as well too. So what is the name of this this team that you're out here in the community working with mental health as well as distress calls that are different from the overall emergency calls?
All right. Well, I get to be a part of a team called the Community Behavioral Assessment Team, and I have a partner. And
I
his
love the
name
logo,
is-
by the way.
Thank you.
I'm a fan.
All right. And my associate, his name is Jonathan Gracian. He works with the Riverside University Health System, specifically behavioral health, and he's a clinical therapist. And so we work together Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 in the morning till about 7:30 at night, and we respond to emergency calls that are actively happening that have.
What
like
are
a
some of
mental
the
health
calls?
component.
Okay.
They can be everything from domestic violence, where somebody, if kids are involved, family is involved. There's a mental health kind of trauma component where we try and get people connected to services where talk therapy, treatments, things like that, so that it doesn't continue on and on and on. That also kind of permeates and goes into if there's, again, kids going to school and stuff the next day, that's a lot of stuff to take with you to school the next day. When we go to different houses, we really try and let our dispatchers know if we have this component. Hey, we've been notified by the family that they are on the autism spectrum. They have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, dementia. This person maybe has Down syndrome, or there is a component in their life that every single household doesn't have. So we like our dispatchers, when they're sending the officers, that there's just that little notation. When you arrive, just be advised there's a family member with autism. So we can go instead of, hey, what are you doing? It's are you Mike? Hi, Mike, I'm Josh. You're okay, you're safe, I'm safe. We just want to make sure everybody's all right. What's happening today, Mike? And really try and take that on instead of reacting.
Yeah.
Because there's some situations we have to react to, because we could die, they could die, somebody else could die.
Who wants to fly first?
Of course, me.
Okay.
You didn't even let me answer.
So basically, this is your whole remote. So
Okay.
you're gonna be putting this on. I'll let you get your eyes. Sometimes eyes are different. So like you may be near, far-sighted, and it actually corrects it with these buttons down here.
You
You
better
can-
take it.
So let's put this on first,
Okay.
and then once you get it on.
Oh, wow.
So remember, if I just tell you to let go, let go, because
Okay.
it's just gonna hover. So.
Got it.
3 hours later.
Gene, come try this.
All right, let's see. Let's switch it up. There you go. Now you straighten your hand back out.
This is
if I want to go
So
up.
now if you stop for a minute and pull your, take your finger off the trigger,
Okay.
pull your hand straight up a little bit, you'll see the little circle in your glasses.
What a good use of money, because you know, a couple $100,000 for 20 drones, you know, you would get like one patrol car out of that. Think about that. And these are up all the time. That's amazing. Really, really good. Working smart. I hate that term, but you really are.
It really is.
Really is. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you. No, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for taking the time.
Oh,
Love that.
perfect.
Now we got to get you your license and get
Yeah.
you activated. So
Yes,
let's
because
go.
yeah, I want to work
Well,
here.
we can only do it if you two come together.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see you at the gun range, though.
All right. I'm sure I'm good at that too.
I'm shoot. All right, you guys. So until next time, we'll see you real soon.
I love it.
I just want